Hello, I'm Dr. April Sanders, the Assistant Dean in the College of Innovation and Design. I'm talking to you today about academic integrity, what that means, and more specifically, I want to explain our policy in the College of Innovation and Design about academic dishonesty. First, let me explain why academic integrity is so important. We believe it's important because it means that you, the student, are providing your own work to us. We believe that when you're providing your own work, that means the learning experience is at its most authentic. We are grading what you are actually producing, and we can give you feedback to help you improve. When that happens, it's the most authentic part of the learning experience. If you do not provide your own work, that means you're committing academic dishonesty. Sometimes a more direct or blunt way of describing it is cheating. Sometimes we think of cheating as looking over someone's shoulder at their paper and copying the answers. And yes, that's an old school version of cheating. But there are actually different ways that you could commit academic dishonesty. I want to give you a brief explanation on some of those ways. Examples of academic dishonesty could be submitting another person's work and pretending it's your own. The other person could be another student or someone you don't know. Either way, when you submit work that is not your own and do not give credit to the person who actually did the work, then you are plagiarizing, which is academic dishonesty. This type of academic dishonesty can take some different forms. Yes, you could submit someone else's paper, or you could use someone else's ideas. For instance, ideas you read in a book or an article, and never cite them or give credit to the original author of those ideas. When you do not cite the original author, then you are, whether you mean to do it or not, saying that the ideas you are presenting are your own. And that's plagiarism. And this doesn't just happen in papers you write for your classes. You might have short answer questions on quizzes, or there could be an essay question on a quiz or a test. When you copy word for word what another person has written about as your answer, then you're plagiarizing. Now, if you're unsure about your answer, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your instructor and ask. That's always the best thing to do if you're unsure. This type of plagiarizing may sound strange because you believe you're providing the answer straight from the book or straight from an article. But if your instructor is asking you to explain an idea, then they want it in your own words. They know what the book has to say about it. They want to know if you can actually explain it in your own words, because that tells them that you do understand it. Now, when you copy word for word, it only shows that you know where to look up information. It does not show that you understand information or an idea. Another example is submitting your past work without permission from your instructor. If you have a situation where you believe submitting past work is appropriate, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your instructor and ask permission to do that. If you do not have permission and you submit it anyway, that's academic dishonesty. Now, that might seem confusing because it is your own work, but it is not the work you intended to produce for that class or that assignment at this specific time. Again, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your instructor and discuss any situation where you think you might want to submit your past work for an assignment. It's crucial for you to get that permission. The last example I want to discuss is using artificial intelligence tools or AI tools to write your essays or papers. One really common AI tool is Chat GPT. I want you to consider using it only as a support tool. Maybe you use it to help you brainstorm. Maybe you use it to help you construct a quick outline of ideas. But do not use it to write your paper or write your essay on an answer. That is not your work, and it is academic dishonesty. Now, keep in mind that if we cannot assess your work and know what you understand, then we can't do our job to know if learning has occurred, and we can't give you good feedback to help you actually understand the concept. So, what happens when you commit academic dishonesty? The policy in the College of Innovation and Design has a few steps. If your instructor believes you have committed academic dishonesty, then your instructor will reach out and explain why she or he believes that you have not submitted your own work, or you have resubmitted past work without permission. Then your instructor will notify the assistant dean, which is me, of the incident. I'll then make record of the incident in a database that we keep in the College of Innovation and Design. I'll look at that database and let the instructor know if this is the first time I have an incident with you listed, or if it's the second time. If it is the first time of academic dishonesty, then you will receive a 0 for that assignment, and you will be given the option of submitting again if you have additional attempts remaining on that assignment. If you do not have additional attempts remaining, then you will not be given another attempt at submitting. If this is your second incident that is recorded with me in the database, you'll still receive a 0 for the assignment, but you will not be able to resubmit the assignment. If you make a 0 on the assignment and you are not able to resubmit it, then if you are in a competency-based course, you are likely to fail the course. To summarize, you get one time, not in each course, but in our entire program, to make a mistake or make a poor decision and still be able to resubmit if you have attempts remaining. But on your second time of academic dishonesty in the program, not just in that class, then you'll receive a 0 with no ability to resubmit. So please be vigilant about reaching out to your instructor if you are unsure about anything you are submitting. And I strongly encourage you to not turn in multiple writing assignments in a course at one time without waiting for feedback on one and then submitting the next one. I strongly encourage you to slow down, think, consider, and ask questions if you are unsure. You do have a way to appeal this process. On your second incident, your instructor will also fill out a form to inform the provost office of the incident. The provost office will keep record of it in their database, and they will send you back a form that gives you the ability to appeal that decision. I would encourage you to read through that university policy as well. Please keep in mind that these policies are not intended to try to just police your work. Our intention is to make sure we are assessing or grading your work and that your grades reflect the work that you are doing. Those grades represent a degree that many other people have earned. And by holding everyone to a high standard, then we are able to make sure that that degree is not tarnished. I hope this was helpful in describing the process and policy to you. It is also listed in course syllabi for you to read. Please do not hesitate to reach out to your instructor if you have questions. Good luck with your classes.